leisurely way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Kick back and tune in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? Taking a look at the visitors here. They're way down there in the conference, but still optimistic they can turn it around. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got George, and it's Cook in at the 3 slot. And it's Barry in at the center position. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's George. Pass to Jamison.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First personal foul, first team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 24, Lawrence Brewer.
Here's Big Dog. From deep three-point land. And unable to corral the miss as it goes out of play. Here's Isley. Pass to Harrison. Shot from 12. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. George with it. 10 points in his last outing. Here's Big Dog. Here's Jamison. Uses the glass on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Harrison. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Pass to Lewis. To the middle. Here's Isley. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
High percentage look right off the bat.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Big Dog. Here's Cook. He's covered by O'Neal. The baseline, Jay. The shot by Cook, no good.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Here's Isley, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Pass to Harrison. Here's Isley. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Isley's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
George passes to Cook. Back to George. Here's Big Dog. Back to George. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Pass to Lewis. Outside O'Neal. Goes up on the baseline. And he connects with a jumper. Gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to George. And there's the drive. The shot comes out. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Lewis. Here's Harrison. No points yet, and there's a pick to the paint. Tipped. Here's Big Dog, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Lewis. Down low. That shot off the mark. Ooh, nice D from George. Pass to Cook. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Harrison. Here's Isley. Shoots over George. Isley, no good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
To the inside. Here's Jamison. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Inside. Here's Cook. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. We're well over the halfway point of the season now, Doris. Teams starting to check the standings more often.
That is so true, Brian, because the playoff picture starts to come into a little bit sharper focus. The best teams usually have created some level of separation. Then you usually have those middle-of-the-pack teams. What's amazing to me is the parity in the league, and typically we're seeing the tightness reflected in the standings.
That one's off. Good on the second one. Shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Isley, the pass to Lewis. Here's Isley. George defending. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and it goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Barry's got his second basket.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Back to George. Tipped, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And the visitors call time here. Both teams deciding to change it up. To the middle. No good with a layup.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Pass to Garnett. There's 1:54 left in the opening quarter. Here's Lewis. Here's Brewer. Down low. Anthony, the pass to Lewis. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Oh, a terrific swat. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Here's Hughes. Pass to Jackson. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Hughes. It's good. Gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Now here's O'Neal. Pass to Anthony.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
So both teams making some changes here. Shooting 45% from the field in this first. Here's Cook. Another shot. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Team. Anthony. Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits the second from the line. 24 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Carroll. Yet to see a basket. With 2 seconds left. And it's good on the lay-in.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here's Bell. They've got Anthony. And it's Harrison in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Garnett. To the middle. Here's Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
We've got Sharp, and it's Hunter in at the power forward position. Here's Cook. He takes it in, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model, where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
B.A., I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. So it's the home team now. 4-point game.
Yeah, they came up short both times against this team last season.
Pass to Cooper. Over Hunter. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Cooper's got his first 2 points.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Hunter, the screen. There's the drive. It's tipped. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Pass to Bell. Anthony outside. Here's Harrison. To the paint. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. At the line for 2, Bell.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Now Jackson hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Hughes. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops the first. Booker, he's checked in for Sharp. And so he hits both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Pass to Harrison. Here's Morrison. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Hughes. Shooting a solid 47%. Jackson, the pass to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Harrison. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Jackson, the screen. Here's Cook. 7 points in the game. And here's Jackson. And here's Booker. He's guarded by Anthony. Outside Hunter. Pass to Hughes. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Hunter. Here's Cook. Morrison with a rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Down low. Here's Cooper. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hunter. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing. And it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
So it's the home team now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter.
With the utmost belief in his game, he's able to beat opponents in a number of ways.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Carroll, pass to Big Dog, takes a 13-footer, and yep, it's good. Gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's Garnett, averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Campbell. Here's Garnett. Here's Campbell. The fader. Jamison grabs a board. Jamison's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Big Dog. He's covered by O'Neal. Pass to Carroll. Here's Big Dog. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Garnett. Here's Goose. Hunter covering. Here's Goose. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. It's stolen by Hunter. Pass to Big Dog. Lots of room. And they pick up 2. Big Dog's got 6 points.
Carroll.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 5. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. Here's Goose. 3-pointer. Hunter with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Winston. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Goose. To snap the cold streak. And he sinks the layup. Goose has gotten 4 this quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And the visitors call time here.
They really struggled to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, their energy kicked in down the stretch, but too many mistakes overall. Just was not their night.
You have the camera on you. You gotta dance like everyone's watching.
Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You take a look at the home team, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year. Pass to George. Here's Jamison. There's a screen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's blocked. Here's Isley. Jamison grabs a board. Jamison's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Big Dog. He's got 6. Pass to George. Minute 32 left in the first half. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Here's Lewis. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, second team.
Man, the defender really went after him.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
A minute 6 left in the first half. Back to George. Pass to Big Dog. Here's Jamison. Here's Big Dog. Deflected! They retain possession. 4 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. George's shot is off.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's the floater. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Leading by a point. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums. And measuring up the shot. It's in. Let's hear it from the participant.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And most of these guys have shown they can do both of those things here in the regular season.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. George has gone just 1 for 4 so far. And it's Barry in at the center spot. Isley, the pass to Barry. Inside, here's Harrison. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Shooting around 41%. We've got George, and it's Jamison in at the 5 spot. Pass to Big Dog. Shoots from 14, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Yeah, when you make your mid-range shots, you force your opponents to adjust.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
And it's Barry in at the center position. Here's Goose. And rejected. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Barry. To the paint. Knocked loose. We've got George, and it's Jamison in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Big Dog passes to George. George with another miss. Shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Pass to Lewis. Here's Goose. They set the pick. Here's Harrison. Here's Isley. George defending. Tries a 10-footer. Jamison grabs the board. Jamison's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's Big Dog. 6 points for him. Cook, the pass to George. Shot clock at 5. Barry pulls it in. Gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Harrison. Pass to Isley. Here's Lewis. Down low. To win the drought. Goose can't hit.
Working smarter, not harder. He anticipates where the ball is going and beats the bigger guy to it.
Back to George. Here's Cook. He's got 7. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Goose. Basket counts. Goose has got 6.
Whew, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And the visitors call time here.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Count that bucket. Big Dog's got 8 points.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The home team calls timeout. Pass to Lewis. Here's Isley. George defending. Here's Harrison. Here's Goose. He's got 6. Harrison, the pass to Barry. They set a pick. Here's Goose. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team
It's his
foul.
first trip to the line.
At the line for your home team, number 77, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Hughes. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Hughes. Here's Cook. Left block shot on the way. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Cook, taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Here's Morrison. Pass to Barry. Here's Morrison. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Sanders. Pass to Hughes. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line for the away team, Hughes. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. It's both from the stripe. Gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Garnett.
Away team foul. Hughes.
Carroll, he's checked in for Hughes.
Third team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 22, George Carroll.
Here's Kennedy. Hunter covering. Hit his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Brewer. Pass to Garnett. To the inside. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
There's a screen. To the middle. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Pass to Brewer. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Sanders. Here's Carroll. 1:53 left in the third. Pass to Hunter. And there's the rejection. Here's Brewer. On target from about 13 feet. Brewer's got 4 points now in the quarter. He's gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Carroll. 1:19 left in the third quarter. Here's Sanders. Hits the target from 18 feet. Sanders has got his first bucket in this one. Shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's Brewer. Pass to Garnett. Here's Kennedy. Anthony left side. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Anthony's got 7 points.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Yep, that one goes.
The defense lets him off the hook and gives up 2 points because of it.
Gone 4 of 8 in the third. Here's Garnett. To the inside. Here's Anthony. Hunter with the rebound.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. They lead by a bucket. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. They've got Anthony, and it's Cooper in at the 4. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul. First
On
team.
Tuesday, and then on Monday.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Anthony outside. To the paint. All alone. Cooper's shot is off. Cooper's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Here's Hughes. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Hughes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Bell. Here's Cooper. Sharp grabs the miss. He's covered by O'Neal. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Here's Hughes. He shoots again. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Hughes has gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Cooper's shot is off.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Roberts. Pass to Sharp. Here's Hughes. The jump hook. He got a piece of it. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Morrison. Unloads. The shot by Bell, no good.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Pass to Roberts. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Anthony. And he drains the quick shot. Gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the away team. Hughes at the line for 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw is good. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Isley. George defending. Here's Isley. Pass to Goose. Here's Isley. George defending. Isley, good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
George feels it out a bit. That shot off. Shooting about 47%. A nice number. Left side O'Neal. Here's Isley. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Isley's got 5 points now this quarter. Boy, this lead is razor thin.
Yeah, B.A., and there's a chance to extend that right here.
Pass to Hughes. Inside.
Third team foul. Knicks. Second personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for the away team. 0. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls. Harrison, he's checked in for O'Neal. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Here's Harrison. Down low. Intercepted! And here's George. Inside. Knocks it loose. Jamison. And the layup is good off the glass.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Here's Isley. George defending. Pass to Goose. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Here's Big Dog. Here's Jamison. Here's Cook.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for the away team. Cook. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Just a great job of adding to their lead. Late in the game, every point matters.
Pass to Lewis. Here's Isley. George defending. To the paint. Here's Goose. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's the pick. Back to George.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Jamison. Now George. From the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Goose. Rebounded by Cook.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Big Dog passes to George. To the middle. Here's Jamison. Missed inside. Got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Here's Lewis. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
The home team calls timeout. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we can steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
15 foul. At the line for the away team, number 31, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
The home team calls timeout. Here's Isley. From deep. That shot, no good. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
George outside. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.